With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Here's Burrow to throw right away. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. The Bengals at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win.
Here we go.
This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. When you look at this Bronco defense, they enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases. Well, I'm quite sure that they envision a much better start to this game when they practiced all week.
Here we go.
But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings
11,
up 4th
11.
down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Burrow on play action. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Gun.
Here's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions
11,
have them looking at 3rd and 10.
11, mighty.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
McPherson's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, here's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now it's Nix. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Now a 2nd and 10. And they'll send Watson in motion right. Nix to the air. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to the air with Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35.
Cowboy 80. 79 Broncos. Come on, set.
Throwing Nix. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
To throw is Nix. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though.
Let's go now. Take
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. The kick by Lutz is good.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 10-3.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here's Nix. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a decent return out to the 27.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Nix from the shotgun.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
And these two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Christian Watson
From 10 yards out.
and the Broncos get a bit closer.
Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
On one.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go. Here we go. Cut.
Burrow now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. This is Brown going up the middle as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
And he's got a Bengals first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Twelve. 11, Thomas. 11. Cut.
Burrow will throw.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And this is cooked. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. So the big play means just
11.
like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Cut.
Now it's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Albert O.
From 17 yards out.
And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Cut.
Burrow looking to pass.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Got a man. It's Brown. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal.
He hit his first. Now this from 43.
McPherson's kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Nix. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Off the play fake. Nix.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Nix to throw again.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Pass incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's Nix once more.
Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 15.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Looking deep here for Chase.
It got his man complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 38. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
11. Let's get set. God.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Gun. God.
Play action. It's Burrow.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
To the air again, Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 4.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Inside the 20.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Off the play fake, here's Nix.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison, go!
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 tight, 19 tight.
A final shot before break. Nix.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's DJ Turner who's got it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They'll go play action with Nix.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
19 Lions.
Now it's Nix.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
To throw, here's Nix.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
On play action, here's Nix.
Buying time to his left. Completes it to Evan Ingram. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. They're going. It's Nix.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
And Chase going to pick up a Bengals 1st down as he'll be brought down at the 37.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure.
He's got a man, complete. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Bengals have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Sliding out of the pocket.
He'll get that complete to Franklin.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards the pickup there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Nix to the air.
He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Ready? Trap 60. 70 range.
Nix looking to throw again. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
To throw is Nix.
Escaping the pressure right.
And he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Throwing Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Nix.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Back to the air with Nix.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 46 yards.
And the Broncos are able to claw one back.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Bengals drive about to get going. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
11 MT.
Now it's Burrow. It's caught here by Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
12, 12, 12. Here we go, here we go.
They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. Into space at the 45. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Now this will be caught by Brown. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back.
Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Let's get set. Stop.
Now Burrow.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
11.
Again, it's Burrow. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Chase Brown.
40 yards.
And the Bengals start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
3rd down and 6.
Back to throw. Nix.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Broncos on the move here a bit. Nice plays in succession back-to-back. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's Nix once more.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. They'll look to throw again.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Nix from the shotgun. And check down, complete to Hall.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Down the right sideline.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. A quick hitter complete. It's Hall. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And I think the Broncos have it. They do. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs him. The kicking team gets the football here.
19 tight. 19 tight. Check go.
Now it's Nix.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
To throw, here's Nix.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Let's go now.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hold it ready. 19 Lions. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Nix. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Mustang 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
18 Raptors. 18 Raptors.
Back to throw. Nix. He's going to look deep down the field. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. With a touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go. 11. Got.
Option play. Here's a give to Brown.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
I tell you, he brings the wood when he comes flying up in run support. He may be a safety, but he hits like a linebacker.
11. Got.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he should be able to pin him back deep. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now...
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Here we go. Got.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Got.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down.
And he'll